Premier League, just ended Premier League, and then say Samson Eduku. So 3 strikers. Michael Nkwa was a discovery last season, a young chap who was introduced in the Bibiani Gold Stars setup. Then you go to their back four. I think his presence, impact, maybe one, they are looking at set piece because in terms of penalty, I think I would be able to convert. So they need someone who is also going to be a commander in the team. So they needed him so much. But then Gideon Anaba is another centre back. Legend spoke about him. So of course, he's one player. Because this is top 4, you need to give everybody opportunity,
a chance to play,
to prove themselves. Heart of Lions, one of the best side, and it takes me back to 2009. In 2009, we discovered Gilbert Firmino. I remember that time, Firmino has not signed yet for Heart of Lions when he was playing in the Gaka Top 4. I remember last minute changed by other teams, but Lions eventually gave him a contract. He became their player. Then Stephen Aholu, he was also one of the discoveries from the top 4. And then Lions made an impact. So in terms of Gaka Top 4, Lions know how to bring out some players, and that is why Chelsea Freeman is now the talk of town. But of course, yes, I agree with both legends. He is good in terms of pushing, but then he's not converting goals. And that's so a legend Yao is making is also making a point. Then Eric Beckwen is also making a point.
All right, Mo. We're about starting now the kickoff time. Check your time is 2:58. Kickoff is in just 2 minutes. But then before that, let me pick thoughts of legends and then Mo Shaban. Your prediction. Let me start with Mo. Just quick predictions, then we can go.
Well,
first half.
First half will be very difficult, of course. Both sides do not concede more.
Okay.
I see a draw in the first half.
All right, Freeman there in your shot. We've been speaking about him. And then the Gold Stars lineup there. Also, we brought you the lineup already. Yahama Kwameku, what do you think about this afternoon's game?
I think so far,
prediction.
Gold Stars, in the first half, they go all out. And for me, it's there's an advantage to them that they will have a goal or two. In the first half.
All right. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, I think their fluidity when it comes to the first half is super. But the second half is where the problem is. So if Lions are able to maintain them, soak their pressure in the first half, the second half will be a different story to tell. I'm not sure the goal margin will be that wide.
All right. So wherever you're watching us from, this is our first game of match day 3. It's Bibiani Gold Stars welcoming Pando Hearts of Lions. Let's see what the story will be like in the first 45 minutes. And we're back in the studio.
He is in goal for the Bibiani Gold Stars. Samuel champion Vincent Atinga makes a return. His first start in this tournament. Kelvin Opong also in there. Philip Ofori, Emmanuel Konto, Emmanuel Kojo Adi, Apia Makati also starts today. Samuel Atakumi, who has most goals in this tournament so far. Samson Eduku and then Michael Nkwa would make the first 11 of Bibiani Gold Stars.
Changes ranked by the coach from Paul Master for this team. Clear the man in your shots. Want to see the other players. So Michael Nkwa, Adi together with McCarthy. Starting the first tournament or the game for the first time this tournament. That's a very impressive one. Let's see what they also bring for the Gold Stars side.
Right, so a very experienced campaigner, Vincent Atinga, leading the miners this afternoon. Of course, Ebenezer Annan would also...
If within 5 minutes, it's a dream.
Parents discovered the easiest way to find trusted help at home.
Kojo Labiwaja, and of course, fourth referee, Emmanuel Graham. For the Lion side, well, they would also field Lawrence Osei, ever dependable Lawrence Osei, spotted the fair #1 shirt. Aban Ebenezer captain Ali Fauzi Gomo would be partnering Ebenezer Aban today. Eche Dogli, Yao Danso, and then Bismarck Enim, as well as Emmanuel Mensah, Paul Atta, who scored a goal for Lions the last time. Michael Efsin would lead the attack with Chauncey Freeman as well as Kwesi Opong. Bashir Hayford, very experienced man.
Absolutely. A couple of changes also made by Coach Bashir Hayford for the Lions team. You can see the likes of, Obin Jr. on the bench today. And of course, Chauncey, the Liberian import, is still in there for them. But a couple of changes for his team as well. And so let's see what these new boys also bring on board for Lions in the game today. But all is set for this great encounter that could determine the winner of this year's Gaka Top 4.
Well, so Bibiani Gold Stars are on top of that table. For clarity's sake, after their draw against Accra Folk, they had 1 point, and the winner of that penalty shootout, obviously, Bibiani Gold Stars will now have 5 points and would see the Phobians in second place. They play later against their bitter rivals, Kumasi and Kotoko, but then they have 4 points, and then, of course, we would also see Bando out of Lions, who beat Kotoko by a goal to nothing, having 3 points, and Kotoko, for now, have no points.
Absolutely. So all is set like you can see on your screens now. Gold Stars, obviously, want to confirm to Ghanaians why they are the reigning champions. So as for Lions, who finished second last season, they will want to thwart the efforts of Gold Stars by also getting a win that could see them eventually declared winners of this year's
what do you make
top
of Chauncey Freeman so far?
3 out of 3 for him has been impressive, even though he's not scored a goal yet, but he's been a workaholic. He's worked his socks off throughout the entire 2 games we've seen him play, and I'm sure today you might see similar. He's someone who can work his socks off for 90 minutes, and he never gets tired clearly with his game.
All right, so Samson Eduku waiting for referee Selomi Albles to kick us off here at the University of Ghana Stadium, match day 3. You're listening on a radio on Star 103.5 FM. Ladies and gentlemen, we're underway here. Samson Eduku would start play, and Bibiani Gold Stars would have ball in their possession. I believe that this game would give us some goals. We've always seen goals in this tournament so far. It shows you that both teams, or all 4 teams in the tournament, have very sharp attack regardless of the good defending, and the first foul would fall to Captain Ebenezer Aban, who was impeded, and he smiles there, Ebenezer Aban, after the infringement from Samson Eduku. But today, the strongman we've always talked about, a J, is not in the fold of Gold Stars.
Like I said, a number of changes have been ranked by the coach, and so it's understandable. Having played on Wednesday and Friday, giving some of the other players a time, some few minutes to also exhibit what they are made of. Like you all know, they're going to Africa and also play in the Ghana Premier League. They will need a strong or a big squad to ensure they can compete on both fronts. So why not give others a chance to also exhibit what they are made of? So no J for Gold Stars, but I'm sure the others who have come in have ideas and they want to prove their mettle in the team as well.
Well done. So would find a pass to Fauzi, and Ali Fauzi Gomo starting his first game in this tournament, coming in to replace Paul Hennessy, Ben's favorite player. And Bibiani Gold Stars, brilliant work, but they win the first corner kick of the game. 1 minute, approaching the 2nd minute mark. Lawrence Osei would have to organize his defense. 3 men in the box. Well, for Bibiani Gold Stars, 2 more men would come in, and Lawrence Osei would have to wait for that corner kick from Apia Makati. Apia Makati has positioned the ball. He will reposition the ball once again. Ebenezer Aban up against Samson Eduku. The cross comes in, has to go up, a chance for Bibiani Gold Stars, and timely clearance. Timely clearance from Paul Ataeje, but for his clearance, Bibiani Gold Stars would have been through on goal, and the play continues. Well, Echedogli, who has been wonderful in midfield for the Lions, wins possession, and here is a chance for Lions to come forward. He keeps the ball in play, and here is Wisipong. Well, the ball is taken away from him, and attack breaks down. Makati goes all the way back to Vincent Atinga. Well, what do you make of Atinga's stats today?
Obviously, he needed to get some minutes on the board after having come on in the last game, where he in fact scored a penalty for the Lions team. He has to get some minutes. Very experienced campaigner. He has seen it all at the top level of football. Having played for Hearts of Folk, went to the other countries out there, played some good years, and then came back to play for Mediama SC, and now with Gold Stars. So he needed to get some minutes, under his sleeve, and it's good to have him in there today ahead of.
Well, he just passed the ball after receiving it from goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe, who had some nerves there to take on Chauncey Freeman in his own box. And Bibiani Gold Stars building up possession around the center circle. Makati sends a ball through, and he receives it back from Echedogli. And so Bibiani Gold Stars regain possession. Ball on the right side. Echedogli would win possession for the Lions. And Ataeje Bismarck Inimud clears lines, trying to find the man up front today, Michael Efson. And Danso kettles the attack of Bibiani Gold Stars. He crosses the center line. Bibiani Gold Stars will need to defend this, and he still has the ball in play, but assistant 2, Kojo Labi Waja says the ball is out of place to throw in for the Miners. Vincent Atinga finds his goalkeeper, and he does control the ball. Ball finds Kelvin Opong. Opong's pass is a good one, and he does find the 24-shirted Philip Ofori, and Ofori still has the ball in the box of the Lions, but it goes out of play, and welcome goal kick for the Miners.
Obviously, Apia McCarthy in here today brings something different from what Papa's training, would have offered for the Gold Star team. He is more direct. He is more of a passer of the ball. So clearly, you've seen in the middle, he gets the ball and is looking for a pass, whether deep or a short one. But that's what he brings to bear. Whereas training carries the ball a lot more. So let's see what the presence of McCarthy will add to the Gold Star team. Plus, he's very, very experienced. He's played for them for quite a number of years. And let's see what he brings to bear for Gold Stars.
Apia McCarthy, the man we're talking about there, and yes, you see him bringing down a Lion there. So Vinizaban would send a diagonal cross or pass, but it goes to nothing, out of play. It goes, and welcome goal kick for Emmanuel Kobe, who would be leading this defense to Africa. What do you make of the prospects of Bibiani Gold Stars?
Takrade, Saronso Ebusia, 96.
Of Algeria. This is a team that has done so well in African football, and sometimes in Africa the experience counts a lot at that level of football, but you never say never. Let's see what Gold Stars led by Frimpong Manson would offer, because Frimpong has got the experience in Africa. He's played for Kotoko back in the years when they were active in African football, plus Atinga has been there with House of Folk as well. So let's see if the experience of some of the few boys in the team plus the coach can produce some magic against Kabylie. But one thing I know for sure though is that it will not be an easy assignment taking on a team like JS Kabylie in the CAF Champions League.
Well, for now, Bibiani Gold Stars can focus on Kwando Hearts of Lions, and they would also have a game. Or there you see the man on the bench today, Obeng Jr., who was just some second. Kwesi Pong in a battle with Samuel Champong. And Samuel Champong wins the battle and wins a throw-in for the Miners. And of course, some other players of Gold Stars in the stands as well. The Champong throw finds McCarthy. And McCarthy will not control the ball. The Lions win the ball back. And well, it's a bit of give and take at this moment. And now Lion will settle their nerves. Here is Emmanuel Ofori. Emmanuel Sachi Ofori. And the ball to, well, clear their lines. Bibiani Gold Stars. Another throw-in.
And that was Contour, no-nonsense midfielder, giving everything to it and getting the ball out of a touch for a throw-in for his team.
Another throw-in for the Miners. And the ball is left for Samuel Champong. Samuel Champong will survey his options, and he does send one up front. Of course, no offsides when it comes to the throw-in. Samson Eduku. Samson wins another throw-in for the Miners. And this time very close to the penalty area of Kwando Hearts of Lions. And Samuel Atakumi back to Champong. And Echedogli is too strong for Champong. He does well to win the ball for the Lions and finds a pass to Chauncey Freeman, who's playing on the right side today. Chauncey Freeman. And he locates a colleague in midfield. Well, the left side, the cross comes in. A chance for the Lions. But ball is headed away by Kelvin Opong. And referee finally liberates the miners and gives them a foul.
Interestingly, for Gold Stars today, the entire back line, with the exception of Kelvin Opong, who has maintained his spot for the first 3 games, the other 3 are all making their first starts in the championship. In the right back, Philip Ofori, who's starting the game today for the first time. Left back, Samuel Champon, starting his game as well. He's been coming off, in other games. So today he's starting his game as well as the main man and captain for the side, Tinga. These 3 are all in for the first time in this championship. And so I'm sure we'll have to see how the 3 of them can complement Kelvin Opon in defending against Heart of Lions.
Play does continue, and it is a battle of the Emmanuels in midfield today. For Bibiani Gold Stars in midfield, we'll see Emmanuel Adi and also see Emmanuel Konto. And
with Neo Plus, transfer your salary and avail 6.25% per annum. No.
Well, we also see Emmanuel Sachi Ofori. So let's see who God will be with this afternoon. But then, for now, our captain is now in pain. Vincent Atenga, who scored that winning penalty for the Miners against Accra Suffolk. And you see some Phobians in there, very early to watch. But some beautiful women here as well from the Volta region, and of course, Coach Frimpong Manso keenly watching, trying to pick up some tactics, and if things are going on well for him. And some of the people in the stands this afternoon here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Temporary hold up, 10 minutes of play done. Gold Stars 0, Bando Hearts of Lions 0. It is match day 3 in the 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament. We're live on GH1 TV, live on Star 103.5 FM. And, well, Benghazi, Vincent Atinga, this is not a welcome he thought he would have had.
Absolutely. I mean, a very experienced campaigner, but seems to have come off worse. But he's a strong lad, very, very strong lad. And so I'm sure he'll be okay. Maybe a bit of blood. And so the medical team, they are attending to Atinga. But he looks okay. I'm sure he'll be able to continue with the game here. But, of course, 10 minutes played, 11 minutes now. It's been a ding-dong affair. Both teams have tried to settle into the game. But so far, it's been difficult to really pick out which team is dominating as we speak now. It's been, Lions trying to size up Gold Stars, and similar for Gold Stars. You have to really settle into the game as we speak.
Well, free kick quickly taken, and it goes out of play for a welcome goal kick for Bando Hearts of Lions, who have won the Galka Top 4 twice, in 2009 and in 2005 as well. And Coach Bashu Hayford, who is leading this Bando side, and he's won it 3 times as well with 3 different teams, with the Lions obviously, with Ashanti Gold and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So Bibiani Gold Stars will be hoping to get their hands on this. So a win for them means that they are champions of the 2025 Galka Top 4.
Absolutely. If Gold Stars get a win here, they will jump on to some 8 points, and that clearly will not be surmountable even if Hearts of Folk win against Kodoko in the next game. So Gold Stars have it all to do. If they can win this game, they have a huge chance of being declared as winners of this year's Top 4.
And Captain Aban around the center circle, he sends a pass, a very poor one, but the ball is recycled, and the Lions will have the ball. Chauncey Freeman, and he will go for the shot, and it's blocked. And Kwando Hearts of Lions would have their first corner kick of the game. Chauncey Freeman wastes no time at all, and this time we see him playing on the right side. There you see he knew what he wanted to do, and after a few spaces, well, he went for the shot, but then the defender was right there, Philip Ofori. And Emmanuel, Bismarckini would go for the ball, pick it up, corner kick for Kwando Hearts of Lions. Emmanuel Kobe, and referee would speak to some few men in the box of Bibiani Gold Stars, counting 6 players, 6 Lion players in the box of the Gold Stars, and then of course Danso on the edge of the box. The cross comes in, it is overcooked, and Ataije will recycle. He has possession. Paul Ataije. Ataije, A poor crossing there from Paul Ataije.
A very, very poor one from Ataije. Should have done much better with that cross he put into the box. I mean, we've seen players do better, and for him especially, he should and could have done so better than putting that poor cross into the box. But like I said, he needs to do much better than he's doing now.
Well, play continues. 14 minutes of play done. And Bibiani Gold Stars 0, champions of the Ghana Premier League, up against the runners-up Bando Hearts of Lions. And the man who is in for Paul Hennessy today, centre-back pair of Captain Aban. His long ball goes all the way to goalkeeper Emmanuel Kobe, who is sporting a red shirt and shorts with red boots and white socks. He does send a long one in that finds the head of Aban, and Echedogli is brought down by Philip Ofori. Echedogli, the midfielder signed from Banana Inn. Well, he had control of the ball, but Emmanuel Philip Ofori, I must say, brought him down. So free kick for the Lions, who in this fixture faced Bibiani Gold Stars. And I'll tell you another story about these two sides pretty shortly. Now, Bibiani Gold Stars will clear their lines. Ball to Makati, and he still has the ball. Makati does finds Emmanuel Konto, and Konto is brought down by Echedogli in his 9 shirts and Afro hairstyle. Echedogli has been a man in midfield for the Lions, doing so well, and coming straight into the team after being signed by Coach Bashir Hayford. Now here's a chance for Bibiani Gold Stars, and a cross comes in, it's cut out, and the Lions will calmly clear their lines. And Bibiani Gold Stars would win a throw-in, and it is quickly taken. Bismarcking clears his lines against another throw-in for Gold Stars. Philip Ofori on the right side, right in front of the technical area. Will throw the ball in, and you can see Bismarcking receiving the ball from his assistant coach Daniel Nieje. Echedogli, and Echedogli does fine Michael Efsin, and his pass is cut out. So Emmanuel Kobe balloons the ball into the skies and has to go up. The back pass, back clearance from Ebenezer Aban will put them into trouble. Well, Aban is strong, but Eduku finds Makati, and the build-up play once again.
Now, Gold Stars are chasing a special record in here. If they are able to declare the winners of this year's top 4, they will become the 8th club in Ghana to win the top 4 championship in Ghana, following Kotoko, who have won it 3 times. Hatsufu also have won it 3 times. Lions have won it twice, like you said. 11 Wise, King Faisal, Ashgold, and Bichim all have won it once. So if Gold Stars are able to get this championship in their fold, they become the 8th team to win this the top 4 in its history.
Well, let's see if they can become the 8th team in the history of the Ghana League Clubs Association top 4. And brilliant stuff from Danso. Ball is cleared by Ali Fauzi Gomo. Well, in this fixture in the Ghana Premier League, the Lions are yet to beat Bibiani Gold Stars. And ball finds Danso on the right side. He takes on his marker. Danso still has space. He does well. He sends in across. Poor one is cut out. Brought back to him. Echedogli. And Dogli will now go to the right side himself. Back to Danso. And Danso would come in field and loses the ball. And Atakumi would come forward with ball. Samuel Atakumi. He finds Eduku, but Eduku is offside.
Eduku should have watched the lines very well. He was, going in for a good run, but unfortunately, he went a shade ahead of the defenders and made it easier for the assistant lines one to flag him for offside. But so far, looks as though Goldstars are trying to up their game just a little bit, even though Clay Lions are in firm control of this game as we speak.
Well, Lions in the Premier League faced Bibiani Goldstars. They played a 0-0 draw in Bando and lost 2-1 to the Miners. And ever since they returned from the Division 1 League, Bando Out of Lions are yet to beat Bibiani Goldstars. So a 2-2 draw in 2023, and another 2-2 draw in 2024, a 0-0 draw in 2024, the first round of the just ended season, and then of course a 2-1 defeat to the Miners. So Bibiani Goldstars have dominated, at least with one win. Now they have a chance, and here is Atakumi, and what is it? Referee would give a corner kick, and the ball from Samuel Atakumi, who has 2 goals in this tournament, hits a player of Lions in the box. Some fans calling for a penalty, but then they would settle in for a corner kick.
Indeed, that was a good effort from, of course, the main man who clearly has been the main marksman for his team, Ata Eje, and that was a good shot that came in from him to get a ball in.
Now corner comes in, and Lawrence Osei will clear his lines. Chauncey Freeman has some space and a man to deal with. Ball is taken away from him. Atinga finds Ofori. Ofori to McCarthy. And McCarthy goes all the way back to his defense line. McCarthy back to Vincent Atinga. Atinga finds Kelvin Opong. Back to Atinga. And patiently, they build up play. It has been a characteristic of Bibiani Goldstars.
Obviously, but it's been difficult for them today to really, create against the side from Kwando. I'm not too sure if it's because of the changes that have been ranked by Frimpong Manso into his team. Looks as though the new boys are struggling to really settle into the game, like we've seen the likes of, Francis Trene, Ata Eje, Agete, and the others who did so well for them in the previous 2 games. We are not seeing that, telepathy and that creativity on the part of the ones who are in today. Let's see, perhaps they will improve. But so far, it's been mainly Lions who have been in firm control of the game so far.
Well, Emmanuel Contour is down with pain, but it is not a foul for him because the referee, Selami Albles, spotted an earlier foul.
Portability.
Sleek, satisfying.
Innovation.
Wow. Mind-blowing thin, like a credit card.
Like
the attacker, Michael Efsin. So we see a player getting ready. And the strong man we've talked about, Ejete, who has been a thorn in the flesh of his opponents this season, well, putting on his apparel, getting ready to come on, but then Emmanuel Contour is down in pain. Echedogli has the ball. 22 minutes of play done. If you just join us, you're live on Star 103.5 FM as well. And of course, you're live on GH1 TV, wherever you're watching us from, live on YouTube and on social media, across social media. Match day 3 of the 2025 Galka Top 4 tournament.
And already Agete Amase warming up on the sidelines. If Contour does not recover fully, perhaps the coach would throw in Agete, who has been a revelation for some of us in this championship for Bibiani Goldstars. Very impressive with his football, takes the ball, carries the ball, so strong and difficult for defenders to outwit him to that ball. So let's see if indeed he will be coming on anytime soon for Bibiani Goldstars, who so far have struggled to really settle into this particular game.
Well, some Kotoko fans already here. They play at 6 p.m. and I'm sure they're checking some news from their website. Coach Frimpong Manso looking concerned. Emmanuel Contour is down. Still being attended to by the medics. And
looks as though the player may not be able to continue because it's taking a bit of a time to get a treatment done. And I can even see the stretcher also, up on the field. But the fans, they are in here enjoying it.
And lots of Hearts of Oak fans already in, hoping, praying for a draw. I spoke to one of them, and he wants just a draw to, put things for them. But then Coach Bashir Hayford and Daniel Nieje, assistant coach, would be in conversation. We'll be hoping for 3 points for their side. And the player comes off now. We see that tackle again. And 20-shirted Michael Efsin. Too strong. I think there was an elbow in there.
Yeah, he came off worse. And there's blood oozing.
That's too bad.
Blood oozing all over. That was a painful one, actually. Painful one. He came off worse in that clear, badge that came in from the Heart of Lions player. He seems to have come off worse. And that's Maxwell Kunedu, the new coach, and Tony Bafo all in the stands.
So Tony Bafo and Maxwell Kunedu here at the University of Ghana Stadium. And some Bibiani Gold Stars ladies here also enjoying some good football. 24 minutes of play now.